Here's a look at the tail of the tape as these two fighters square off. 22 years of age for Habirora, 24 for Claudio Pacella. You can see Habirora is the much taller fighter here at a full 6 feet 1 inch in the lightweight division. 5-inch reach advantage on the arms, favoring Habirora. Lightweight showcase bout, highly anticipated for these fans in Paris. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Stefan Struve beside the smart cage.
All of a sudden, the intensity in this room has lifted. Look how sharp Habirora is, but Pacella will not be pushed around. He is here for a scrap.
Habirora landing early, the right hand and then the hook and right, and another right hand.
He smells blood.
Already, he's got Pacella on the back foot. Big overhand right, though, from the Italian.
Good to see him recover his composure there as well. As a young fighter, he could have been drawn into a flurry there that he could have paid for.
Long jab from Habirora, tries a scooping uppercut, and evades the return combination. Oh, overhand right from Pacella.
Big power there from the Italian.
This is the play with range that I'm talking about with Habirora. See how he drifts in and out of range and tries to tempt his opponent. But what we know now is that he can't get too close to the fence.
Nasty low kick for Pacella to finish that combination, and he's got Habirora backed up. Wise level change there from Patrick.
Come on. Looking for the
Referee
body lock.
encourages continued action after maybe a cup check.
Good head positioning here from Habirora. Good defense though by Pacella, not letting Habirora get too close. Don't let him close his hands.
Perhaps the only spot in mixed martial arts where the advantage goes to the shorter fighter here with this cage fighting. Claudio Pacella can get his head into good position, grabs that tie plum temporarily.
These are the knees to the body I was talking about with Pacella. He's very good at catching that tie clinch and start to thunder him into the midsection. It can be very draining.
Pacella has survived the first 2 minutes.
Oh, another overhand
He's taken
right.
a couple big shots and has fired back. And oh, beautiful right there for Habirora.
Gorgeous counter right, another swinging away. Both men ate some punches there. Stefan, they've got chins like 22 and 24-year-olds. We're seeing some leather exchange.
And they're hungry like 22 and 24 years old. Both of these guys want it bad.
Halfway through round number 1, and already look at the total on strikes thrown and landed.
And this definitely, as you said, Sean, this is a good position to be in for a shorter fighter. It's difficult for Habirora to get his forehead under the chin like Pacella is doing here.
These are solid knees to the body. They don't look much, but they can be very draining. Interrupts the breathing of your opponent, upsets the internal organs function.
Habirora's trying to break. Oh, good shots there by Pacella.
Pacella did a great job with that flurry on the break. Now Habirora trying to retake the center of the smart cage. Pacella not letting him.
And that lead hand from Habirora hanging low. Super quick, stinging, and very difficult to see when it fires from the waist, which is why it keeps sneaking through the guard.
Good kick there. Pacella once again in pursuit, and he cuts off the cage, grabs a hold of Patrick Habirora with 90 seconds left on the clock in round 1.
Pacella's doing excellent after that rough start. Doing exactly what he needs to do against a taller fighter with the long shots from Habirora early on in the fight. The long lefts and the long rights. He's choosing to clinch.
Tried to go upstairs, ate a hook for his efforts, and a right hand after. Habirora staying loose after taking some damage in that clinch.
Went into the matrix to dodge that shot, that big overhand from Pacella there.
Man, confidence in his head movement for Habirora and a hard kick.
Good body kick.
Switched the stances and drove the shin into the body of Claudio Pacella.
Oh,
Nice club knee, and he's got Pacella on the retreat again.
How do you eat that? That's Pacella. Wow.
Good hook on the separation and a jab to follow. Patrick Habirora starting to feel it here. But Claudio Pacella very much his equal in this first round.
Big knee.
We're into the last 30 seconds of the first round. The first time we've been able to say that today, guys. Good knees to the body again for Pacella. Certainly not come to make up numbers.
What a first round, what a pace.
Final 10 seconds of the opening frame. Both men content to hear that bell. Starting round number 2, Big John McCarthy, how should these judges score round 1?
Look, that was an awesome round, and Pacella came back and did a great job, but the best shots and the damaging shots were by the man in the red corner, Habirora. He was beautiful, he did damage, he wins the round 10-9.
Thank you, Big John McCarthy. Joining us remotely, Paris, France, in the Accor Arena. Love what they're seeing with those sharp hands.
Beautiful job to get out of the way. And counter there by Habirora, wow.
And look at this.
Slick footwork there from Habirora, managing that distance between the two of them.
Fight goes to the ground for the first time here in the early parts of round number 2. Patrick Habirora in the guard of Claudio Pacella. Got one butterfly in on the left side.
Pacella was trying to isolate that arm, looking for a kimura or a get up here. Arm triangle position here, shoulder pressure from Habirora. Pacella is choosing to lock down so that Habirora cannot really put pressure on him with his shoulder, but it keeps him on his back as well.
Let's go with that. Tries to get up on the one hip. He'll crawl back towards the fence right in front of our broadcast position to try and climb and elevate. Patrick Habirora negates it with good positioning here. Claudio Pacella trying to control that right hand.
Good top pressure here from Habirora. Going to land some strikes here in this scramble. He's got to watch that leg. We know what these SBG Island guys can do.
Good job there by Pacella, though.
Take the back. Claudio Pacella fighting hands. We'll see the strategy here from Patrick Habirora if he wants to get Pacella back to the ground or re-engage in a striking battle. Drags Pacella to the mat once again.
Putting his weight on him, dragging him to the mat, making him work, tiring him out.
Drives his left leg through between the legs of Claudio Pacella, preventing the Italian from switching his hips and working his way back up for now.
Yeah, bad position to be in for Pacella. Trying to lock something up with his legs. Nice back fish, yes.
Can't underestimate those strikes from the bottom.
Pacella is controlling the wrist of Habirora to be try and get back to his feet.
Look at this wrist control. We can only just see it because the referee's in the way. That wrist control is what's keeping Pacella safe. That's what's allowing him to build back to his feet. But we're also keeping an eye on the control of Habirora. He's driving in with his head position here. Now we're on 50-50 and Pacella's turned him. Very, very clever work. Now he's battling for head position and he's got it. Look at that head position straight into his opponent's face, making it very uncomfortable for him while he's landing these knees.
I'll tell you what, Pacella is not fazed by the crowd. He's not fazed by being in bad positions. Every single time he fights himself back from bad positions and back into the fight, and now he's in a dominant position again.
And he's put his chin on display a couple of times. He's eaten big shots and offers just as many back.
Look at the leg strikes racking up for Pacella. 39, all of those being knees pretty much. And another one.
Start paying attention to the gas tanks here for both of these men as you get past the halfway point.
Hey, I would have been gassed sprinting to the smart cage like Habirora did.
I mean, the furious pace here really taxes everybody in the sport, especially this cage fighting. It's not always the prettiest, but it is grueling. Both of these men putting a lot of great work on display early in their mixed martial arts careers.
Pacella tried to go high with that knee and Habirora tried to catch it, but both were unsuccessful with it.
It's a smart work from Claudio. This is going to exhaust his opponent, who's very, very explosive, and he's going to be eager to get off the fence in a moment and start throwing ferociously again.
Separation there from our referee.
There's the jab again. That's the distance Habirora wants, but Pacella is not giving it to him. Nice calf kick.
And we can see the redness already on that calf from those kicks from Habirora.
And I believe only 2 of those have landed so far. That's why it's one of the more fashionable weapons in the sport right now. It doesn't take a lot.
Well, when someone is going
Nice
for a
right
nice right hand, and another one. Oh, he's got him rocked, I think.
Tripling it up.
Firing back again, Pacella.
Look at the way that Pacella just bites down and swings when he gets himself into trouble. This man is not afraid of a firefight.
Now this kid's a tank, and Habirora level changing now. Looking at the single leg until he's pulled up into the clinch by Claudio, who's now looking for his own separation. 10 seconds left.
Round 2 in the books here with that final bell.
Ready?
I'll tell you what, we've had a bunch of first round finishes, but this is the fight right now. And through 2 rounds, you got to think about damage. Damage is the key that the judges are going off. Volume's great, but if you have damage, and you have seen Pacella get hurt, and so you got Habirora is up 2-0, 2018.
Thank you, Big John, as Patrick Habirora punctuates that point with a beautiful scooping uppercut. And now again, swinging away. Claudio Pacella refusing to give any sort of quarter, even eating strikes. Nice
Beautiful level change there, and put him on his back.
What a shot by Patrick Habirora.
And to time it at that point, beautiful job. Good job by Pacella to get back up. He's not allowing Habirora to close his hands, get a hold of him.
Hey guys, I'm back, I've got you. I've got you.
Pacella, good job to turn it around and take the dominant position again. Not a good knee to the thigh of Habirora. Those really add up, as you said, then.
It's money in the bank, or as my favorite 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗑 would say, he has some great lines. Water in the basement. It's going to slow his opponent down, but of course, this is the last round. He may be down 2 rounds and might need something more significant than some knees to the legs.
Yeah, the better shots were definitely Habirora, especially at the beginning of every single round. He's done really well, but Pacella is looking like the fresher fighter, if you ask me.
Well, if he's down 2 rounds, he's got to be blitzing for a finish here, according to Big John. Body and then uppercuts attempted there by Pacella, who goes back to the knees. Patrick Habirora trying to grab that tie plum.
And it's some really good knees at the end of the first round with the tie plum, but Habirora is looking tired. Spent a lot of energy in the first round trying to finish the fight early. Got that huge pop from the crowd. Maybe dealing with a little bit of a adrenaline dump here.
Now, the risk here, now Habirora is getting tired, is that head movement is not going to be quite as quick, and he's not going to be able to get out of range quite as easily as he was in the first and second round.
And you saw during the break, the corner of Claudio Pacella was saying, feint and then throw that overhand, you can get it to land.
He needs to move away from this position then.
Nasty knee! Oh, but
it low.
Claudio Pacella thinks that was a legal knee.
We got the replay.
Stand back.
Patrick Habirora will take his time.
He's in the ground. He's in the ground. Okay, he's at the ground.
Habirora pressuring Claudio Pacella here.
Assis-toi, Patrick, ça sera mieux. Assis-toi.
Big John McCarthy, rules expert. Is this being administered properly here?
You know, it's hard to see, but what happens is the shot actually lands, but it comes up and it grazes the cup and it raises the cup, even though the knee ends up going into that stomach area. So it is absolutely a groin shot. It was called correctly. You cannot have it graze it or anything like that. The call is right. He now has up to 5 minutes to recover from the blow.
Patrick Habirora will take some of his time.
Having a little conversation here.
Please. Stay here.
This is good for Habirora, though. He's taking
Yep.
some deep breaths here, you know? While he's getting the crown jewels back in place, he's filling his lungs with oxygen, and he needs that right now after those hellacious first 2 rounds.
Peut-être debout.
He'll get back up.
Reste 3 minutes.
And the crowd are getting behind him as well.
I tell you what, this is where that extensive amateur experience is paying off for Patrick Habirora right now, because he's been in competition extensively. He knows that he should take as much time as possible. If he truly was, you know, 2 fights in, this is his second pro fight. If that's as far as he was into his career, he might feel pressure to come back, to rush himself before he's actually truly recovered.
Always an awkward thing, this, when you're recovering and everyone knows what's happened to you, and there's, you know, best part of 10,000 people staring at you. And you can see how he hits the floor as well.
Bref, il reste 4 minutes de combat. 4 minutes de combat, il reste. Ready?
Referee ready to
There we go again.
Fighters both ready. Touch of the gloves, some sportsmanship on display. 2 minutes left.
And I expect it to be a wild 2 minutes as well.
Overhand
There's
right.
over.
That's what the corner was asking for from Pacella.
He's got a lot of power in that overhand.
Pay attention to the rear uppercut of Habirora. He's realized, there it is, he's realized that Pacella is guarding the overhand right. He's wise to it, he's bringing his guard up. So Habirora is trying to sneak that shot up the center line and come inside the guard. Wait for it, it's coming again, I can feel it.
Nasty jab on
There it
display,
is.
and there's that scooping uppercut that Dan Hardy told you would see. Another flurry from Pacella, who bowls his way in. Strategy has to come into play here for Claudio if he believes he's down 2 rounds and less than 90 seconds remaining. This might not be where he wants the fight to take place.
He's gonna have to work really quickly if he wants to get a submission finish. And that's really what he's trying to do if he's getting this clinch position, working takedowns, to get a ground and pound finish in a minute against a tough guy like Habirora is very difficult. The smart thing to do right now is to break, roll the dice, fire the gun, and see if you can land something clean.
Step across, nice wizard throw there. And now, Patrick Habirora looking to reach through.
Another nice knee there.
It's incredible the shots that Claudio's kept taking and kept moving forward. What a tank.
Incredible chin on display from the Italian fighter. Patrick Habirora finds his back pressed up against the barrier one more time in this bout.
I'll tell you what, no matter who takes this decision, if it's gonna go to a decision, both these fighters really impressed me today. 22 and 24 years old. Incredible pace the entire fight.
Little frame here from Patrick Habirora. Nice knee and a right hand to follow. Pacella eats it again. Been one of the themes of this fight. The crowd likes what they see from Habirora. Final bell.
Incredible
3 rounds
fight.
down.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges scored this bout 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Patrick Habirora!
Tail the tape for this, brought to you by Road to Dubai in your co-main event. Patrick Habirora, as I mentioned, 23 years of age. Safta, 29. Habirora, the taller fighter here, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall. The catch weight they agreed upon, 165 pounds, and you can see a very significant 10-inch advantage on the arms. That reach in favor of Patrick Habirora.
The good.
You heard the pop from that Lyon crowd for Patrick Habirora.
Yep.
Co-main event.
We're good.
Starting now.
Round number 1. Ready, have fun.
Right away, Safta closes the distance. Man, what a fast right hand straight away.
Just a laser from Patrick Habirora right into the side of Catalin Safta's head.
you just know that as soon as Safta gets an opportunity to level change, he's going to be disappearing. He wants to try and create a scramble here. Slow Patrick down on the floor. Maybe tangle up one of his limbs.
Straight right hand to the body from Habirora. Rear hand uppercut, dangerous punch sometimes, but through it while Safta was moving backwards.
Great management of range so far by Patrick Habirora. Keeps that lead hand down so he can snipe with the jab and also counter with that check hook. He's so confident in his speed, in his reaction times, that he allows his opponents to get close to him so he can look to counter. Safta biting on that jab feint. Got to be cautious with that guard, got to keep it tight. Oh!
Overhand right for Safta. Patrick Habirora ate a couple there. Grabs the body lock and muscles Safta down.
Beautiful takedown there, but potentially moving into Safta's world. Maybe another takedown here. I think Patrick's going to try and twist him off the fence. Safta's got back to a 50-50. Maybe Safta's going to try and reverse this. Got that tight body lock now.
You can see the size difference pretty evident here as they're hugging against the cage.
Well, progressive position, gentlemen, progress.
Nice elbows to the thigh as well. I expect Habirora to try and break momentarily and strike, but now Safta's got the double underhooks and he's able to turn his opponent against the fence. Lovely shoulder bump there from Safta.
Break, step back. Hey, I said break. I said break. Listen.
Oh, the separation there, Safta threw a bit of a knee.
Turn around. Fight.
Got a side eye from Patrick Habirora for it. Inside leg kick. Habirora reaches down, indicating that one
over there. I'll check
hit the cup.
Over there.
Safta waited for the referee to intervene, which is the correct thing to do.
Stay there. Coach.
If you didn't feel like you landed an illegal blow.
Check it for me.
This is an interesting first round start for Safta. He started aggressive and that was caught him right on the tip of the cup there.
Take your time. Stay there. Patrick, take your time. That was low. I'll deal with it. Stay there for me. All right. Again, I know.
Stoppage comes with exactly 2 minutes left here in round number one.
Okay, all right, good. I'll do it, coach. You let me know when you're good.
Dan Mulvahedi making sure the coaches are
watch your shots, please.
Not offering any advice.
Ready, fight.
Back underway here in round one. Quick jab from Patrick Habirora. Circling on the outside of the cage. Safta with the level change. And look at that. Habirora just shrugs off the attack.
Very quick reactions. And great footwork as well. He's awesome at moving himself into better positions by moving his feet, a thing that a lot of fighters forget to do. Oh, the right hand.
And a 1-2. Digs a left hook to the body. There's that angle uppercut from the rear hand.
Trying to loosen up a little bit with the hands now. And because Safta's constantly pushing forward, Patrick knows that he's going to be there for the counter shots like he was for that right hand there as he throws the calf kick.
Habirora switched stances there very quickly. Smile from Catalin Safta.
Yeah, it was a hard low kick. Beautiful head movement. And the best solution really for that long jab that Habirora's got, because he needs to plant a lot of weight onto that lead leg in order to flick that jab out as quickly as he does. but he needs to leave the weight on the lead leg. So if Safta's able to get his head off the center line, he might be able to keep digging his shin into that calf and take some footwork away.
Good right hand. The jab, didn't really commit to it, but threw it out there for Safta to look at and drove the right. Now southpaw stance for Habirora.
Good body kick there. Habirora caught it momentarily and knocked Safta off balance, but he must have felt some of the force of that kick as it landed.
Good movement again there from Patrick Habirora.
And he does the Matador sign.
Co-main event here in Lyon, France. PFL Europe Championship card. Catalin Safta imploring the crowd for a little bit of energy and noise. Patrick Habirora is in the green trunks. One more fight tonight after this. The return of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗦, the Lazy King, against 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗨𝗘.
Great footwork here by Habirora. Safta needs to try and figure out a way of getting a bit closer because he's struggling currently with the movement.
Your fingers, Patrick.
I do like the fact that when he's forcing Patrick up against the fence, he is committing to those punches, knowing that Patrick's going to drop his hands and try and slip. Oh, front kick to the face from Safta.
Nifty work from Safta there. Now getting more aggressive.
Both having a good time in there, which I like to see.
Watch your heads.
Habirora tries to go underneath the combination.
Watch your
Against
heads.
the trip attempt there from Safta. Habirora able to reverse the position, put Safta's back on the cage. Safta returns the favor.
He must be very physically strong in this position. Not many people are able to move Patrick around like that. Safta breaks. Fires that fast jab. Clear speed advantage between the two for Patrick. Feints with the jab. Doesn't throw it. Pops to the body instead. Oh, and a nice jab. Patrick's looking for finishing techniques here.
Chopping left hook. Now behind the jab again.
I think that body might be hurt. Ooh, that's a nice short counter right hand. Reminding Habirora he can't get a little too overzealous on the inside. And a takedown.
Got the hands together. Nice work by Safta. That was a deep shot. Full penetration. And then had the hands locked. But Safta stays on his feet.
Patrick needs to dig a little more with that underhook.
Use his position,
Safta
gentlemen.
starting to work down the body to the legs. Now he switches to a single leg, takes some elbows for his trouble.
With the nasty elbows coming down, that Travis Brown style elbow.
Your hands out the gloves.
Forces Safta to stand back up. Two minutes left in round number 2. Co-main event here in Lyon, France. Patrick Habirora attacking the body of Catalin Safta. And now in combination, Safta happy to offer one back.
Watch your fingers, Patrick.
Safta does a good job of balling up and covering himself. He really takes very few shots clean. I think if I'm Patrick now, I'm looking at working to the body because every time he attacks to the head, there are ribs exposed there.
Fast hook. Safta offers a leg kick. Has had some success with that attack. Good catch on the kick there from Habirora. You saw Safta bail out on that one.
Switches his stance. Is he going to look for a body kick? Thinking about it. There. Oh, man. Whipped that around. Safta was lucky he was moving away from it.
Habirora's given him that body kick to look at and brought that one a little bit higher. So Safta's now going to have to account for both the head kick and the body kick on the defense. But he does a great job, as you mentioned, Dan, of taking steam off of everything with his movement. Doesn't eat anything very clean. High kick attempt again there from Habirora, blocked.
Beautiful footwork, look at that. Just had a message from the big boss, Don Davis, who is thoroughly enjoying this PFL Europe event. Lovely footwork here again by Habirora. Just drifts so light on his toes. Nice feint there. Getting Safta to bite on that feint. You know he's going to throw that head kick in against at some point.
Safta tried a right hand to the body, spinning back fist from Habirora and a jab as round 2 winds down. Third and final here in the co-main event. Patrick Habirora in the green, Catalin Safta in the black. 5 more minutes here in Lyon. Catch weight opportunity for both of these fighters. Safta felt like Patrick Habirora was a little bit overhyped coming into this fight. I'd be surprised if the judges don't have it 2 rounds to none for Habirora if we get there.
And I also think Safta might be understanding some of the hype now coming behind Patrick Habirora, the speed and the skills that this kid's got. Beautiful jab again.
Safta incredibly game though, and as you noted several times, just very defensively sound. Not able to get a ton of offense going here. He's been too reactive to everything Habirora is throwing, but very dangerous, especially right after the breaks. Nifty attack there from Habirora, who has been showing different stances.
Safta fights like a veteran as well. He's a very, very patient fighter. You can see his composure when he's under pressure by Patrick. His defense is very, very well thought out.
Put your hands!
Man, little clash forward there. Habirora just missed the knee. Good footwork by Safta to get out of the way as Habirora changed levels.
Good low kick there by Safta. Habirora switches to southpaw, maybe looking for that kick again. Stab to the midsection with the front kick, back to orthodox.
That's new. He hasn't offered that yet so far in this fight. Constantly evolving, new attacks, giving Safta new things to look at. Heavy leg kick again from Safta. Patrick Habirora caught the charging Safta and knocked him out.
What a knockout that was! What a knockout!
And off into the 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦 arena crowd. Patrick Habirora gone in a flash.
Coach, just wait. No, he's not. He's all right.
That was incredible. What an incredible knockout that was.
I mean, he had put the speed on display for the entire fight, Dan. And as Catalin Safta came in building confidence with an attack of his own.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Moverhead, he calls a halt to the action at 2 minutes and 16 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner, by knockout, Patrick Habirora!
Main event tail of the tape is brought to you by that prize guy. Patrick Habirora versus Danny Roberts. Habirora's 24, Roberts is 37. Both men 6'1". You see Habirora moving up a weight class, came in underneath that welterweight limit. And the hometown favorite has a slight reach advantage.
Gentlemen, you're going to protect yourselves at all times. Obey my instructions at all times. You keep fighting till I tell you to stop. Touch gloves if you want. Step back.
Patrick Habirora with the Belgian flag on his shorts. Danny Roberts in the opposite corner. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy on the commentary desk. 3 5-minute rounds.
Man, you can cut the tension in this room with a knife. See Patrick just stalking. Danny Roberts going to try and get some reads on him. This is really where you see the difference in size between the two of them. Look at the depth, the thickness of Danny Roberts' legs compared to Patrick's. It's a powerful base that he's working with. The speed of Patrick Habirora might be the leveling factor, though.
I asked him in the fighter meetings if at this larger weight he maintained that speed, if he felt like he could still move as well. He said, yeah, I'm about the same size, I just didn't have to cut weight this time. But he does give up tonight. What do you say, Dan, about 20+ pounds to Danny Roberts?
Yeah, it has to be. It's a decent amount of weight. I mean, Danny Roberts really rehydrated and filled out well, whereas, as you said, Patrick's kind of walking around at this weight. That was a nice shot to the body. That'll check your weight cut. Look how laser focused Patrick's eyes are. Looking straight through Danny Roberts. Danny wants to close him down. He wants to get close to him so he can weigh on him. He can bear that heavy weight down on him.
Habirora caught Roberts out at the very end of a right hand. You saw Habirora pawing at his left eye briefly. Thought that Roberts maybe got a poke in there. Now Roberts in, pressing Habirora against the barrier, trying to get a takedown.
Yeah, this is where you can really see the size and strength difference, but Habirora's managed to get a tie clinch in here. It's like he's going to try and make some space with that seek up on the bicep. Foot stomp, old school style.
You know, I had to chuckle when Patrick Habirora talked about Danny Roberts. Said, I know that these old school guys like to make it a war. I don't like to make fights a war.
Yeah.
I just want to hit you and make you go to sleep. And Danny Roberts wouldn't deny that. He absolutely wants to turn this into a grinding mixed martial arts affair.
This is going to suit Danny Roberts, especially with this being his weight class. The more he can slow Patrick down and stifle him in this early round and drain him. We saw GSP do this to BJ Penn. Fill his arms up with lactate, make him slower. It's like Patrick's got some space here.
Good frame built with that left hand. Buys himself a little bit of room, but Danny Roberts muscles his way back in.
This is your second warning. Use your position or I'll split you up.
Warning from the referee there. It's like Danny Roberts in on a single leg. He tries to run the pipe. Great balance there by Patrick.
Wow. Excellent reversal of motion. Escape to his right, then his left. And now Habirora is able to extract himself from the grip. 90 seconds left in round one. Main event fight, Patrick Habirora, undefeated rising star out of the Belgian mixed martial arts scene in the green shorts. Danny Roberts, a longtime UFC veteran, in the black.
I think we need to see Patrick feint a little bit more. He's kind of stationary to 100 miles an hour. I think if he moved, if he feinted, if he gave Danny some looks, he might draw some attacks out of Danny that he can counter. And that's where his speed would show through.
There's a good combination from Habirora, and you see him in and out so quickly.
And you can see that old school tendency of Danny to kind of stand and swing back as well, like, I'm gonna get you. Beautiful in and out of range, and now Patrick feints and Danny gives ground.
Habirora drove a nasty right hand into Danny Roberts' midsection. You saw the...
Head kick! Patrick Habirora in the first round! Wow!
Our referee, Rich Mitchell, calls a halt to the action at 4 minutes and 32 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by TKO, the Belgian Bomber, Patrick Habirora.
Tail the tape for this one, presented by Arkham. Patrick Habirora, 24. Kevin Jousset is 32. Jousset, the taller fighter here, but both men turned in a 75-inch measurement on the reach. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy on the commentary desk. Mimi Mehta, cage side reporter tonight.
This long stance from, it's a very interesting stance that we're getting from Patrick here.
It almost looks like he's trying to dial in a spinning attack.
I was just thinking that, exactly.
Just to start out. I mean,
I think he is, you know. He's trying to get Jousset to circle onto it. Might be a spinning head kick coming here, you know. Spinning head kick, turning back kick, could be one of the two, but I feel the same thing. Keeps dropping his lead foot across his center line.
Instead, he opens with a chopping hook and a right hand, well defended by Kevin Jousset.
He looks big for a lightweight, doesn't he? But he still maintained that speed. Constant movement from Patrick. Jousset tries a kick. So look, Jousset's got to take some of this movement away. He's got to stifle it some way. Crowd him.
Yeah, clear speed advantage belonging to Patrick Habirora here. And we talked to Jousset in the meetings about, you know, he has that extensive judo background and he kind of abandoned that skill set as he got more comfortable with striking. You don't have to abandon what you're good at, rather than add to it. He's committed to showing some more of the judo, showing some more of the grappling proficiency. There was the spinning attack, just missed for Patrick Habirora.
You know what I found interesting in those fighter interviews? The language that Patrick kept using about the fight night. If I can pull it off, he kept saying. He clearly knows that he's up against a very, very difficult test. Tries the uppercut.
Scooped it from the rear hand. It's a dangerous punch to lead a combination with, but he realizes he has such a speed advantage here, he can probably uncork that.
And he kicked that leg like he was chopping down a tree. Better pressure here by Kevin, though. He's slowly making the cage feel very small for Patrick. Squeeze him up against the fence, put him into a choke point. Good low kick by Kevin there.
Caught by Habirora, who then threw the right hand. Left hook uppercut. Oh! Dropped him with a left. And here's the ground and pound. Jousset's in big trouble.
Trying to recover, he's covering.
Oh, he's out! Patrick Habirora again in the first round.
Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Special fighter. A special fighter right there. We have a special fighter right there.
Dan, the crowd is on their feet. This is what they came to see from Patrick Habirora, and he delivers once again. And I think it might be time to start putting him in the category that we placed somebody like 𝗘𝗏𝗔𝗚𝗏 in our global tournament, where similar record, lack of experience, but no lack of athleticism, no lack of talent, no lack of potential. And what happened with 𝗘𝗏𝗔𝗚𝗏? Everyone said, oh, he's not ready for that test. Oh, he's not ready for that test. What did people say with Paul Hughes? Oh, you can't push him all the way into those deep waters yet. And every time people said that, they were wrong about those rising stars. Patrick Habirora, I think, just punched his ticket into that same kind of discussion.
Exactly. You can't underestimate this kid. Again, brother. Again. Congratulations, brother. You're just too good, man. You're just too good. I saw it. I saw it, brother.
He's asking us at the broadcast table, did you see that? Yes, we saw it. Everybody in the world is going to see that by the end of tonight, Patrick Habirora.
Let's take a look at this. Here we go, look at that beautiful counter hook. And Kevin's aware, he's tracking his opponent as he's coming in, tries to grab an armbar and drag him in, but then there's one shot that gets through, and you just see him go straight. Here we go, where's it coming? There's one more big shot coming. Long counter left hook, you can see it snap his chin across towards the camera. Here's the big shots. Kevin's covering, he's covering, he's covering. But then there's gonna be one shot that's gonna get through, you're gonna see it in a moment, and it's a cracker, there it is, bam. Wow. Unbelievable.
You see Jousset, he's trying to tangle things up, and that right hand sneaks down and through and shuts out the lights.
Unbelievable. Not even a reaction from 𝗟𝗏𝗥𝗢𝗣. It's like he knew what was going to happen. I'm jumping in there for an interview. Superb.
What a performance once again by Patrick Habirora. Drapes the Belgian flag around his shoulders. And you talk about star power, he lit things up in Brussels, Belgium as a local. He lit things up here in France, fighting against the Frenchman. 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is gonna make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee Mohamed El Fadili has stopped the contest at 2:42 in the first round. Your winner by knockout in the red corner, Patrick the Belgian Bomber Habirora.
Hey, what's up, guy? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.